And I'm sharing Peter with his beautiful yoga room. I'm sharing in the chat now, as always, contact info. And if you want to use our playlist this month, it's there. I'll tell you when to start it. Our theme today is pockets of joy. So this is the point in the semester where I think like we have a nice kind of regular cohort, or sometimes we have new people, but there's also a lot of consistency. So I like to start adding some layers of like, if you want to try doing some kind of weight bearing hops on your hands, we'll have opportunities for that. But when I made this flow, there are lots of little things that I kind of find a lot of joy in, whether that be like a passive stretch or something much more active and flowy. So I just encourage you to find your pockets of joy, whatever they may be, throughout the class. Anatomically, our focus today, this is a pretty hip mobility oriented flow, but we're gonna talk about the core a little for a second. So if you take your palms flat and then find your pelvic points, these are called the ASISs, anterior superior iliac spine. And then take your flat palm and put like the heel of your hand right on that pelvic point, and then let your fingers point down towards your pubic bone, and your thumbs are going to point up towards your belly button. And just in whatever position you're in, get a sense of this space. When it comes to moving our hips, I just got a good crack, and our hip mobility, having this space consolidated or nice and strong, a strong sense of core there, is going to actually kind of open up some pockets of space in the hips. So if at any point we're doing something and you're feeling clicking, or maybe like a tendon's kind of rubbing on the head of your femur, if you try to kind of draw, we call this the diamond space in LYT, if you draw this space kind of together and then towards your spine, it sometimes will open up some space in the hip that takes that clicking or clunkiness out of it. So I will remind you about the diamond, and when I say the diamond, that's what I'm talking about. So we'll work on it a bunch during the flow, but just so you get a heads up. I think that's all of my spiel today, so let's just get going. And we'll start in our low bridge right off the bat here. Feet flat on the floor, knees pointing towards the ceiling, and then find your nice reclined position. Take a big inhale and exhale, just falling into the mat for a second. One more breath in, and a nice breath out. And then we're gonna do that same thing with the hands, bringing the heels of the palm on the pelvic points, fingers pointing down towards your pubic bone, and thumb pointing towards your belly button. Inhale here. As you exhale, feel this area, the diamond, draw towards center. So it's like knitting your two pelvic points together, and then pull that diamond towards the floor, like into the sacrum. From here, get a lengthen of the tailbone, squeeze those glutes, and lift into your low bridge. And you can keep those hands on the diamond. I like the kind of tactile reminder of what this space is and what it should be doing. Like sometimes just anchoring it with touch helps remind you, oh, right, this is the area that I need to kind of consolidate to open up stuff elsewhere. So two options here. You can either stay in your stable bridge, or you could always lift and lower the glutes. But I want the tautness in the diamond area to kind of remain. And I just want to say, in terms of anatomy and function and day-to-day, like this space should not always be 100% ramped up on. We want it to have a suppleness and an ability, like when you inhale, this space should kind of relax a little bit. So don't think it always has to be firm. That's not the case. But for right now, we're kind of waking it up. And then once it's awake, we can move in and out of the tightening and the relaxation. And then we'll take the hands off the diamond, press the palms up to the ceiling, and pull back on the right fingers with the left hand. Just open up the wrist there. Put your brain into your diamond, and if you'd like, you can reach that right arm more overhead towards the floor behind you. That gives a nice stretch in the shoulder. And then if you took that, return the hand back to the ceiling and we'll switch. So left palm presses up, we pull back on those fingers. And then next option is to reach the left arm more overhead. And if you took that, the hand comes back, and we'll just sequentially bring the hands back to your diamond and just keep that taut. Use the tautness to lower sequentially through the spine. You'll really feel it ramp up as you lower the pelvis. I just need to lock our Zoom room. I also forgot to put my watch on. Trend as of late. So let me just do those two things and we'll move towards our abdominals. I'm going to show our core work today with the legs up straight over the hips, but if you want to keep the feet on the floor, that option will work as well. We'll take the hands interlace behind the skull, elbows point to the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Draw those pelvic points towards each other. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but energetically. And then inhale, lower. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Now get that sensation of that space drawing together, the diamond consolidating, and then lift your tailbone about an inch, but the feet won't lift. And what it really, to me, feels more like is pressing the sacrum down into the floor more. The legs don't come more towards you, but it's just this little sensation of lifting the tailbone. Inhale, lower. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Optional add-on here. Add a twist to the left, moving through your center line, and then maybe lift that tailbone just an inch, pulling down in the diamond. Back to center, inhale, lower. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Twist to the right. Press that sacrum down, tailbone almost imperceptibly lifts up. Back to center, inhale, lower. Adding on once again, exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Twist to the left. Now you can lift that tailbone here. Option to swipe the right arm on the outside of the left leg and kind of press that arm into the thigh. Hand returns back to center, inhale, lower. Remember, you can have the feet on the floor. I'll show one like that. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. We'll twist to the right. Maybe kind of tilt that pelvis to pull the tailbone up, and then you can reach the left arm on the outside of the right leg. Back to center, inhale, lower. Back to neutral. Last add-on here, exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Option to twist to the left. Option to lift that tailbone. Stretch the right arm outside the left leg and then reach the left arm on that same diagonal, so left finger is further than the right. And then try to bring the right fingertips to meet the left. Very intense, peel off that left shoulder blade. Back to center, inhale, lower. Woo! Last time. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Option to twist to the right. Option to lift that tailbone. Left arm reaches on the outside of the right leg. Right arm reaches parallel. And then bring the left fingertips to meet the right. Stay off that shoulder blade. Back to center, inhale, lower. And just bend the knees towards you. Big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And we'll take the feet wide on the mat. Let the knees fall towards center, just briefly. And then let the legs fall to the left, keeping them bent. And you can press into the inner border of the right foot to just lift that half of the pelvis off the mat. So it's like you're pressing that pelvic point on an upward diagonal. Getting a little bit of space in the hip there. Inhale and consolidate the diamond. Imagine that pulling back towards the sacrum. And then we'll move through center, Pelvis comes back to the floor, knees to the middle, and then open it up to the right, pressing through the left foot, lifting the left half of the pelvis off the mat to get a bit of a stretch in the hip. Inhale and exhale. Draw that diamond towards your sacrum. And back to center. Just windshield wiper the knees for a moment, kind of loosely and fluidly. And then we'll come up and around for our quadruped. The warmth has come. Sweatshirt's coming off. Wrists will be under the shoulders here. Make sure the crease of the wrist is parallel with the front of the mat. And then those knees are nice and snug under the hips. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, sense your diamond, envisioning those pelvic points pulling towards each other a little bit. And actually, let's experiment here. So let the diamond go, just kind of hang out. And for me, when I do that, I feel that I start to tilt my pelvis and my hip joint, my hip crease starts to kind of junk up there. Feels a little clogged and closed off. And then let's all try exhaling and pulling that space up a little bit more towards the sacrum. And maybe you feel the same thing, maybe it's different, that's okay. But I feel a little bit more space there now. So we'll do a little hip activation here. Keeping the spine nice and long, we're in our spinal extension here, and we'll pull the left knee and thigh up towards us. So it might not go very far, but nothing else moves, especially not the pelvis. And then sweep that leg, keeping it bent up and back. So into, like as if we were gonna do a glute pulse. And then we'll pull that knee through, keep the spine long, flexing in the hip, and then reaching the leg, keeping it bent up and back. So we're moving here into hip flexion as the thigh comes forward, and hip extension as it goes back. And shifting it forward. If it feels clunky right now, that's normal. We haven't really worked on deep flexion yet, so just notice that and take it like in the range that feels good for you. Next option, we'll just do a couple of these if you want. Pull that knee through and then maybe move it towards the left elbow and towards the right, and then back. And then pull that knee through, move it in the direction of the right elbow, it won't go there, towards the left, and then back. And then lower that knee, and we'll just pause with both legs down. Take a sense of your diamond here, and we'll head to the other side. Flexing in the right hip, pelvis doesn't move, spine stays long, that knee draws forward, and then reaching it back, keeping the knee bent, extending the hip. So pull the knee and thigh towards you. Maybe they move a centimeter, that's totally fine. But something I like to do as I move between these two positions is actually squeeze the left glute, almost right around the sit bone, the base of the pelvis. And that helps me kind of control the part of me that I need to be stable. We'll do one more regular and then add on those two options on the diagonal. So flex at the hip, then maybe the knee moves towards the right elbow, and then across to the left, up and back. And then draw that knee forward, flexing the hip, knee goes left, knee goes right, up and back. And then lower the knee, we'll head to dolphin here. So lower the forearms, elbows coming under the shoulders, arms can stay parallel or interlace the fingers. Let the head release a little bit. Puff up between the shoulder blades, tuck your toes, and then try lifting that pelvis, lifting the knees off the floor. We're not letting the head sag to the floor. It's not a headstand, but we're pushing so much into our forearms that we have some clearance space for the head. And if this is too much, you can always lower the knees and just stay on the forearms there. Next option, we'll lift the left leg, three-legged dolphin. And then you can start to lift and lower the right heel. As you do this, I want you to think more about the right femur deepening in the hip socket than you are thinking about the lift and lower of the heel, if that makes sense. So almost like I'm pulling the femur into my hip so much that the heel lifts off the floor. And then release that rocking. We'll lower the left leg. Really press into the forearms, right leg lifts. And then feel the sense of a neutral pelvis, and we'll try lifting and lowering the heel. But remember, it's like you're sucking that femur up into the pelvis, deepening that hip crease. Just a couple more here. And then let the right foot lower. We'll all bend the knees. Sit back for child's pose just for a moment. Big inhale. And exhale. And then we'll shift forward, making our way towards a bent knee forward fold. And if you're using that playlist, now is the time to go ahead and you can start that first song. And then we'll press into the feet. Nice long spine as we rise to stand. Inhale. Exhale, reverse that, hinging at the hips. Fingers plant to the floor, right foot steps back. Lower that knee, top of the foot, half kneel, arms lift on an inhale. Now imagine you were pressing, well, feel the sensation of pressing the top of the right foot into the mat. Turn that right glute on. Hands plant, step the left foot back for plank. Feeling your shoulder blades really anchor onto the back. Lower your knees here and slowly lower to the floor. Keep that chest open. Inhale, cobra. Shoulder blades pull slightly together, chest opens. And exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Walk your feet in a bit. Heading to half kneel on the right side. Right foot steps forward, lower the left knee under the hip, untuck those toes. Inhale, arms lift. Press the top of the left foot into the floor, ramp up that glute. Feeling lift through the torso. And hands plant forward, step the left foot in on an exhale, bending those knees, and inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinging at the hip, bend the knees, hands plant. Left foot steps back, half kneel. Lower the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms lift. Turn on that left glute and exhale, elbows come down to goalpost. Inhale, extend. Exhale to goalpost. Feel the shoulder blades kind of click on your back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale, extend. And this last time, exhale, come to goalpost, then turn the palms towards each other, and then pull the elbows all the way down, and we'll reach the arms forward, step back for plank. Squeeze your glutes at the top, shoulder blades on the back. Lower those knees, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra, chest pulls forward, glutes are on. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a little bit. Knees can be bent. Left foot steps forward for half kneel. Lower the right knee, top of the foot. Inhale, arms lift. Right glute comes on. Exhale, elbows bend, goalpost. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, shoulder blades pull down for goalpost. It's one of those days. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale, extend this last time. Exhale to goalpost. Palms face each other, and then pull the elbows down. Extend the elbows, hands plant forward. Right foot steps in, exhale, bend knee forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips. First sequence here, hands plant. Of course, you can be using blocks. And we step the right foot back, lower the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms lift. We're gonna move through this sequence with the goalpost, but integrate immediately the palm flip. So we exhale, goalpost, palms flip, and then pull the elbows down, swing those arms back up. Inhale. Exhale, palm flip, pull it down, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, palm flip, pull it down, inhale. I like to think, exhale, goalpost, palm slip. At this part, I'm like, raining gold all over me or something. So find whatever that pocket of joy is for you. Flip the palms and pull it down. Last time, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, goalpost. Moving from, imagine you were really turning from the spine here. Twist to the left, just an inch or two. Left hand comes behind the pelvis, right hand comes to the top of the left thigh. Ideally straightening that right elbow, but it doesn't really matter. Just reminding you to lengthen through the spine with that little buttress of the right arm. Now we'll head to our right for a side lunge. Tuck the right toes, lift that knee and turn to your right, toes facing side of the mat. We bend into the right knee and hip and the left knee and hip. And we'll do just a few of these plain. You can have hands on the hips, fingers on the floor at first, and then we'll add a little something new. So here we go. We'll bend right, we'll bend left, we'll bend right, and then shift left with the fingertips. Step the right foot under you and slide the left leg back for a standing L. If you are like me and you're spatially challenged, you can step off the mat a bit. And then left foot lowers to the mat, right foot steps out, and we do it again. We go right, left, right. We shift into the left foot, step the right foot under the hip, left leg slides back. I still didn't figure that shift out. Standing L. You can also keep the toes, the left toes on the floor for more of a bent knee pyramid. Just feel out what feels okay. Left foot steps back. Let's do one more. We go right, left, making sure the hip is creasing back, and then shift, fingertips to the left, right foot steps under the hip, nice long spine as that leg reaches back for your bent knee pyramid or a standing L. Really here, sense the evenness of the pelvis we found in our quadruped. Maybe squeeze that right glute. And then we'll lower the left knee right under the hip. So just bend the right knee to get the shin down. Left hand plants fingers forward towards the front of the mat, and the right leg reaches back for gate pose. You can, of course, adjust on the mat. I will plan better spatially on the other side. Maybe reach that right arm over the ear. Just getting some side opening. And a little hack here, if you use your glutes, you'll get even more opening. Now from here, start to swivel the left shin so it comes more perpendicular to the front of the mat. For almost like a modified side plank, you can reach the right arm up. And now this is something we've never done before, so you can hover the right foot, then bend that knee, and actually externally rotate the right hip. Let the toes come to the floor. So we call this a baby dancer's table. So you've got a sense of kind of opening in the right side. I like to imagine my right knee is pulling on a low diagonal, and it gives me a really nice opening in the hip. If you hate this, you can just keep that right foot on the floor or hovering. We'll turn towards the mat, right hand plants, right toes plant, head to plank or one-legged plank, lifting the left leg. And we'll move this a bit. So lifting the pelvis up, coming either to down dog or left three-legged down dog. And then shift it forward, returning to your version of plank, either left leg hovering or both feet down. Shift it up and back, your version of down dog. Shift it forward. Find those shoulder blades sliding onto the back and really hold your diamond. Lift it up. One more here. Shift it forward, hold your diamond. Let that diamond lift you into the down dog. And then if you need to adjust your feet in a little bit, do that. We'll all lift the left leg. Toes stay facing down. Abduct the left leg out to the left, so you sweep it out to the left, back to neutral. Out to the left. Hold on to that right glute here. Out to the left. I'm hitting my plant. Back to neutral. Out to the left. And back to neutral. Inhale here. Exhale, pull that diamond up. We'll step the left foot through for a twisted crescent. So you can slide that right hand under your shoulder. You can lower the right knee. You could use a block under the right hand, but we'll peel open towards the left for a little bit of a twist here. Keep sensing the deepening in the left hip crease. We'll goal post the left arm, the one that's lifted. Maybe let the right ear fall towards the right shoulder. And then the handsplant will step the left foot back to down dog. Pelvis is nice and high. And just pause here, big inhale. Exhale, let it go, and get that same sensation we played with in dolphin of imagining the femur pulling up into the pelvis. Hang on to your diamond there. And then we'll head to the other side. Right foot steps forward for half kneel. Left knee lowers. Untuck the toes. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, goalpost, palms flip towards each other. Pull those elbows down and swing the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, pull it down. Palms flip. Inhale, arms lift. Goalpost, flip the palms. Elbows down and arms lift, and just take a few, finding your rhythm that feels good. Check in with the chin. It's going to try to jut forward on you. Just try to remind that skull to stay stacked over the rib cage. Last time, inhale, arms lift. Exhale to goalpost, moving from your spine. Twist to the right. I did forget the direction. If you heard me hesitate, you caught me. And then take that right hand behind the pelvis. Maybe remind that left glute turning on. And then the left hand to the top of the right thigh. A reminder for length through the spine. Check in with that diamond here. And then we'll turn to the left for side lunges. Tuck the left toes. Press off those toes and shift to the left. Toes facing, I just got about 4,000 cracks. Toes facing the same, the side of the mat. Feet are parallel. And we're just shifting the hip crease back in space as we flex from one side to the other. Really take a moment here with your diamond. It's super easy in this position to let that space sag. And that's when you'll feel the clunkiness in the hips. So if you need to lift the hands off the floor, know you can do that. Now we're going to add our series. Remember, you might have to shift off your mat, make any adjustments that you need, and if it's not working for you, just skip it. So we'll side lunge left, side lunge right, side lunge, wait, was this right? No, it wasn't. Side lunge right, side lunge left, side lunge right. Fingers plant, step the left foot under you and slide the right leg behind you. You can be in a bent knee pyramid with the toes on the floor or lift that leg for a standing L. We got there. And then right foot lowers, step the left leg out and we side lunge. We move right, we move left, right, shift the fingers to the right, left foot steps and slide that right leg back for a bent knee or a standing split. Hold on to the diamond there once again. It's going to influence how the hip feels. Right foot lowers, side lunge left, right, left, right, fingers move, left foot steps under you, slide back for your bent knee pyramid or the standing L. Everybody check in with that low belly. And then we'll lower the right knee under us, shin comes to the floor, right hand reaches towards the front of the mat, left leg reaches back. Maybe that left arm comes over the ear. You could even try a goalpost overhead, almost like you're gonna tap the top of your head. That feels kind of good. And then from here, we'll swivel the right shin so it comes a little bit more under us. Left arm reaches up, you can hover that left leg, and then you can try this baby dancers, bending the left leg, and then a little external rotation to lower the left toes to the floor. Keep using your glutes. You don't want to let the pelvis sag behind you. But it's almost like the left leg is, it's not going to fully rotate open. It's a little bit more like a 45-degree there. Once again, if you hate that, just don't do it. And then turning towards the mat, left hand plants, left toes plant. You can head to plank or one-legged plank, hovering that right leg. Everybody inhale. Exhale, use your diamond, lift to down dog or right three-legged down dog. Shift it forward, plank or one-legged. Use your glutes there. And lift it up, down dog or three-legged down dog. 2 more. Shift it forward, shoulder blades land on the back. And lift it up, down dog. Last time here, shift it forward. And lift it up. Take a moment to adjust that down dog if you need to make it a little shorter. And then we'll all lift the right leg. Three-legged down dog for our abduction. So right toes stay facing the floor as that leg moves out to the right. Out to the right and back to center. Waking up the outer part of our hip here. And just one more. Pause with that leg in neutral. Collect your diamond. Exhale, step the right foot forward for twisted crescent. Lowering the left knee, maybe sliding that left arm back slightly and then rotating open for a little twist. Turn the left glute on there to keep the pelvis neutral. We don't want to be sagging into the hip joint, letting it fall towards the floor, but still stay strong and consolidated. You can goal post the right arm. Maybe let the left ear fall to the left shoulder. Exhale. And then the hand plants, step the right foot back to down dog. Big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. And we'll bend the knees and walk yourself towards a bent knee forward fold. Long spine at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant, step back for plank. You could head straight to down dog or lower the knees and lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Walk the feet in a touch. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or try a hop forward. Inhale, rise to stand. Just one more today. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant. Step back to your plank. Head straight to your down dog or lower towards the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk the feet in and touch. Inhale here. Exhale, bend those knees and walk or hop forward. We'll rise to stand and start from here. Arms reach up. Hands come to the pelvis. And then abducting the right leg, the toes stay forward, leg reaches out. And then cross behind, sit the hips back, curtsy squat, hands in prayer pose. From here, press into the left foot, right knee lifts up towards the chest as you rise to stand. And then the right leg lowers. We do that again. Abduction, right leg to the right, curtsy squat. You can add a little twist towards the left if you'd like. And then press into that left foot, right knee lifts. 2 more, abduction, right leg to the right, curtsy squat, maybe adding a twist. Right knee lifts to stork. And that leg lowers. Last time, abduct, cross it behind. Press into the left foot, right knee lifts. And then maybe add a twist through your central axis to the right here. And then we'll step the right foot behind and open for a goddess. So we step that foot back, we open, heels are turning slightly in here, and we goal post the arms. Inhale, and exhale, twist to the right, twist to the left, twist to the right, So inhaling left, exhaling right. Just a couple more here. And then last time, twist right. We'll turn back to the front of the mat, plant the hands. We're heading to dolphin. So you can go through a quadruped to lower those forearms, or immediately step the foot back and lower the forearms to the floor. Take your time. If you so choose, we'll lift the left leg, bend the knee, and make some hip circles there. Circling in one direction and then trying the other direction. Pull that diamond towards your sacrum. And then you can either lower the foot or keep it up. We'll press into the palms and lift to down dog. Of course, you can go through quadruped if you'd rather. That's totally fine. And then extend that left leg long here. Heading to a warrior two, you can step the left foot forward, or you can push off the right foot, bending the right knee, maybe add a hop, and then land and step the left foot through. Just an option. It doesn't matter if you don't want to do it. Take a moment, make sure that your hips are on parallel tracks. They're not one behind the other. I'm sorry, your legs, not your hips. And then you can have the right heel grounded, or you could be in more of a crescent lunge, lifting the right heel off the floor. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, goalpost the arms as you turn that right glute on, keeping neutral pelvis. And we'll twist to the left here. Again, moving through the central axis with the legs in this position. It's going to be a little bit more of an opener for the hip. Exhale, twist. Last time, back to center. Left hand to the left hip, right hand to the left thigh. Shift forward. You can stay there or lift the right leg for an airplane. So we're bending the left knee a bit, flexing in that hip. Next little challenge here is to try that abduction with the right leg. So the right leg moves to the right. It's a real balanced challenge, so be gentle with yourself. Moving it right and back to neutral. And that left glute really turns on in response. It's a lot. If you took that, just do one more. Everybody check in with the diamond there. And then we'll lower the toes. Here's our funky little joy move that I came up with. Just start stepping left foot to the right, tap those toes, and step over to the left. So just, it's like a side step, a 1-2 step, if you will, side to side. We've got a ton of arm options. We're gonna play with this more in the stream. So as you step on your foot, punch same arm as leg on across on the diagonal, and then you step left, punch left. So it's a little cross body action here. That's option one. Of course, we're trying to keep a neutral pelvis here. So option two is the same idea, but we're gonna do a backstroke. So I'll do it slow. As you step right, the right arm strokes back and then on that same diagonal. And then you step left and that arm strokes back and across on the diagonal. So when you start moving with that, it feels a little like swimming. And I love doing it. It's very fun. You can let the head go with it, almost lean away from the legs. And then quiet that down. We'll step towards the front of the mat and head to the other side. Hands on the pelvis. That will come back, don't worry. Left leg goes out to the left. And we cross it behind curtsy squat. Hands come to prayer. We're really flexing in the hip here. Press into that right foot, use the glute. Left knee lifts for stork. And then lower the foot, abduct. Cross the left foot behind the right. Maybe add a twist to the right with the torso. And lift that left knee. And abduct. We'll do 3 more series. Curtsy with a twist or not. Left knee lifts, stork pose. And abduct. Curtsy, your version. Anchor into that right foot to lift the left knee. Last time here, abduct, curtsy squat. Press into that foot, lift the left knee. Now add our twist to the left, just from the spine. Pelvis doesn't move. And then open to the left for your goddess, swinging the left leg behind you and externally rotating. Ultimately, we goalpost the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, right. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, right. Just moving side to side, you can take it with a rhythm that works for your breath. The song I'm on and the playlist is really good for this pace-wise. Pause to the left. We'll turn to the front of the mat, hands plant, heading to that dolphin. You can lower the knees for quadruped or step the feet back, the right foot back, lower the forearms all in one. Lift that right leg, bend the knee, and then we'll take those circles. And if this isn't working, you can be on the left knee and try circling the hip there. Always replacing it with a quadruped or even doing it in down dog. And go the other direction if you haven't. Release the neck, let the chin come towards the throat. And then option here to press into the palms, lift the forearms. Otherwise, you can lower to the knees to get up. And now we're heading towards this warrior on the right side, warrior one. So you can step the right foot through. You could bend the left knee, push off those left toes for a hop, land, and then step it through, or try a switch in the air. Don't have to do any of the hops, it doesn't matter. Again, legs are parallel here, not one behind the other. You can ground the heel if that feels okay. But if you can't keep the pelvis neutral, just lift that back heel off the floor. So just take a moment, feel what's working. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, goalpost. And then we'll twist to the right and back to neutral. Exhale, twist right. Really turn the left glute on to control the pelvis. Feel that opening in the hips, and that diamond is consolidated. One more, twisting right, back to neutral, and then right hand to the pelvis, left hand to the top of the right thigh, shift forward for your airplane. You could keep those toes on the floor or try that hover. And then the option here is to abduct the left leg to the left, ramping up on that right glute, really flexing in the hip, and check in with that diamond there. All right, here we go. Left toes lower, turn to your left for our side steps. Option one, we step left, punch left across. Step right, punch right. Option two, we add in our back stroke. Step right, right arm strokes across. Step left, left arm reaches back and across. And just take this as slow or as fast as you want. Just for a couple minutes. Pocket of joy, this is mine. One more each way. And then just come to stand at the top of the mat. Close your eyes for a second. Palms can reach forward with the arms down on the floor, or palms opening forward rather. I'm sorry, the arms are not on the floor. The arms are down by your sides. My bad. Exhale here. Just taking a few moments, we'll take this into a stream. Just give yourself a moment to center, see how you're feeling. Remember, as we do this stream, you can make any adjustments you need to make. We'll flutter the eyes open. I'm going to show you one thing quick. We're going to adapt our side steps a little bit. You can stick with what we did or try this. So we'll do, this is later in the flow. We'll do 1, 2, 3. On our fourth, we step and pivot to the back of the mat and then step forward for an airplane. And then we do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3. On 4, we turn to the front, step the left foot forward, airplane. And then same thing. So that's just a fun add-in. Fun for me, at least. All right, here we go. We'll try it. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant. Right foot steps back, lower the knee, top of the foot. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, goalpost. We'll exhale, twist left. Inhale, right. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, right. Feel if your range has opened up here. Just staying left and right. Turn that right glute on to stabilize the pelvis. Pause left, reach the arms, one forward, the other back. Right arm's reaching forward there. And then we'll bring fingertips to the floor, turn for your side lunges. Turning to the right, we bend right and left, right and left. This is different this time. So you can keep doing your regular side lunges at your pace. Or when you bend right, plant the hands in front of the foot, maybe hop onto those hands, and then switch sides. Hands plant in front of the left, push off the left toes for a little hop. Of course, that's an option. And if you see that and you think that looks like hell, then that's a cue that you don't do it. No pressure. Pause your side lunge. We'll scoot the left knee under our hip, lowering the shin to the floor. Immediately rotate it for more of a modified side plank. And then right leg will lift here. Bend that right knee. You can grab the top of the foot with the right hand for a quad stretch. You can hold this, or you can try stepping the right foot towards a low lunge position and then sweeping it back. Next option there, you can step the foot, shift for a standing L, lift that left leg. Left hand plants, left knee lowers. Maybe grab the right foot. And then step to the low lunge or scoot the fingers forward, shift for a standing L. Last time here, we'll head to the quad stretch, maybe grabbing that right leg. You also could have it long. And then we'll all come to this plank or one-legged plank. Shoot that left leg back if you'd like, and lift to your down dog or three-legged down dog. Shifting forward and using that core to lift up and back. If you want, you could also add a hop at the top. So shifting forward, maybe pulling left knee towards you, and then hop in your three-legged down dog. Just another option. No need to do that. Next time you shift forward, we'll all lower the knees, lower to the floor. Goalpost the arms here. Keep the legs on the floor. Anchor your pubic bone. Inhale, lift in this goalpost cobra. Pull the shoulder blades towards your spine. And then exhale, hands plant, lift to your down dog. Left foot steps forward for twisted crescent. You can lower the right knee or keep it lifted. Left arm reaches up. And then turn to your right, open up the right hip for goddess, bending into the knees and hips here. And we'll take our goalpost twist again. Exhale right, inhale left. Exhale right, inhale left, right, left, and then pause right. Turn to the front of the mat, come onto the right toes, prayer the hands, and then maybe add a twist for a prayer twisted crescent. So that right elbow's reaching towards the left thigh, doesn't have to get there. And then from here, we'll press into the left foot, right knee lifts, and then lower that right leg, abduct it out to the right. So this time we slide the right leg back for our twisted crescent, shift it forward, right knee lifts, and reach right leg right. You could also try making this a revolved half moon by lifting the right foot off the floor instead of the crescent. And then lift that right knee, abduct, just one more here. Prayer twist or shift and lift the right leg. Lift that right knee to chest. And then we'll step behind us, turn to the side, we've got this side step combo. So we step right, step left, step right, step left, turn to the back of the mat, right leg steps, hinge it for an airplane. Left toes lower, turn back to the side of the mat. 1, 2, 3, step right, turn to the front, left leg steps for airplane. It's okay to wobble. Right foot lowers, step right, step left, step right, step left, turn back, right foot steps, airplane, and left foot steps, right, step left, step right, turn to the front, whoops, left foot steps, shift for your airplane, and then press into that foot, swing the right foot through, just step to the top here. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant. Left leg steps back, lower the knee, top of the foot. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, goal post. And then we twist right. Inhale, left. Twist right. Inhale, left. Twist right. Inhale, left. Last time, twist right and pause. Arms reach in a T here. And then tuck the back toes, fingertips to the floor. We turn for our side lunges. Turning to the left, bending side to side. Making any adjustments you need, and then remembering if you want to try these hops on the hands, shift left, hands plant, pop that left foot off the floor and pelvis up. And then same thing to the right, pressing into the floor, just imagining the pelvis coming right on top of the shoulder girdle. No pressure. And then bend into the left knee and hip, everybody. Lower the right knee and shin to the floor and swivel for a modified side plank. Reach that left leg back. Option to bend the left knee, maybe grab the foot with the left hand. You can stay here. Next option is to slide the left foot towards a low lunge. Third option is shift the hands forward, lift that right leg for standing L. And then the right knee returns, right hand plants. So we'll take 3 oscillations, whatever version. Again, remember, you don't have to do this at all if you don't want. So stepping, shifting, really flexing in that left hip, or staying stable in your modified. Last time if you're doing the shift. And then the right knee lowers, right hand plants. Grab that left foot. And we'll come to our plank or one-legged plank. Option to hover that right leg. And we'll shift it up, 3-legged down dog or down dog and forward. So forward and back here. And the next option, if you want, you can pull that right knee towards you and then push off in your down dog. If you want a little hover time or just to play with it. And then everybody shift forward to plank, lower the knees, lower to the floor. Goal post those arms. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, hands plant, tuck the toes, down dog. We'll step the right foot forward, twisted crescent. Remember, you can lower the left knee, open up for the twist to the right, deepening the right hip crease. And then we'll all turn to the left, opening for goddess. Ground that left heel down, goal post the arms, and we twist left and right. Cycling with your breath here. And then last time we'll pause twisting left, turn to the front, prayer hands, maybe adding your twist, left elbow coming towards the right thigh. Press into that right foot, left knee lifts for stork. And then take the left leg down for abduction. Slide left leg back, maybe add your prayer twist. Left knee lifts. And abduct. 2 more. Trying prayer twist, or you can shift and balance on that right foot for revolving half moon, knee lifts and abduct. Prayer twisted crescent or prayer twisted revolving half moon, knee lifts, and then we get our side steps here. Left leg steps behind us, we turn to the side. Step left, step right, step left, step right, turn to face the back, left foot steps forward, airplane. Right toes lower, step right, left, right, step left and turn to the front, right foot steps for your airplane. Left toes lower and step, right steps, left steps, right step and turn, left airplane. And last time, right, left, right, step left and turn, right foot steps for your airplane. And then everybody plant those hands, step to a down dog, big inhale, exhale. And just lower those knees, we'll come onto our backs immediately here. If you're listening to the playlist, just go ahead and shift it to the last song and make your way to a reclined position, maybe pulling the knees towards you. And whatever position you're in, just gently bring the brain back towards that diamond. Just envisioning that area hardening, consolidating, knitting together, whatever word works, and then pulling towards the sacrum. And just sense that. And when you're ready, you can either take the feet wide on the mat, let the knees fall towards each other, or let the legs extend long, coming to the floor. Finding any position for Shavasana that feels good. Big inhale here. And exhale. Entering into this moment with yourself. If you're ready to move, we'll start to deepen our breath. If you'd like to stay longer, you can just mute the video. And if you're deepening your breath, just cue into the humming in your body, the energy that's flowing, the things that got moved around here. On your next inhale, you can reach the arms overhead, interlacing the fingers, and then reach the feet in the opposite direction. Feeling long and expanded. And then exhale, let that go, releasing the effort there. And keep your eyes closed, just making your way to a comfortable seat. Taking your time. Just pausing in this final seat for a moment. Noticing maybe that your hips feel like a little pocket of joy, more open, stronger, more mobile. And just challenging yourself this week to find as many pockets as you can to be joyful, be peaceful, be calm, taking time for yourself. Thank you so much for the practice today. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you. All right. I'm here if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm back on Thursday. I also teach tomorrow at noon, so I hope you guys have a good week if I don't see you.
Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.